And on top of the counseling and the meds they had me on, I was able to focus so much energy into this one story that it helped really pull me out of that dark place that I was in. I mean, without this story, I probably wouldn't be here today. I mean, that's speaking honestly. Uh, and I don't know, it's part of me at this point. And I'm not an author. Like I said, I write technical reports all the time. But
All evidence to the contrary. I think you are an author. Okay,
well,
let's just, yeah.
I think my passion and connection to this story makes it so readable that people feel the energy. And it actually turned out being a really good narrative. I mean, I'll admit, somebody will ask me a question sometimes about something that's in the book, and I'm like, oh, I haven't thought about that aspect for a little while. I don't want to tell you wrong, so I'm going to look it up real quick. And I'll catch myself like 10, 12 pages later reading. And I'm like, wait a minute, who wrote this? But I mean, it's not the best book out there in the world, but the story is inspiring. It's not necessarily my writing. You feel my passion, but I mean, and it's true. It's truly nonfiction. I mean, like I said, there's nothing that's untrue, knowingly untrue in it. I have like 1,700 documents that were either written by one of the Patterson family or directly about them during their time. They closed down in 1939, and then they kind of disappeared out of history for about 40 years, roughly, except for a small interview here and there. And then in 1980 or so, things started popping up with them again. But it's kind of like the telephone game where you pass it along and it keeps changing a little bit. So that's kind of what happened to the oral history, right? So I was like, I'm going to eliminate all those later sources. I stuck to 1939 and before on probably 90, 95% of my sources, telling it in their own words. And through family oral history, I mean, like, it just came together. I mean, I'm shocked at how much more there was to the story than what I grew up hearing.
Yes.
I mean, we're talking, I mean, I'm talking about breaking collar barriers, not just in sports. Like I said, he was the first black football player at Ohio State, but then also in education, politics,